Stop. Before we open today's ledger, I want you to sit in the silence of your own results. Look at your bank account. Now, look at your calendar. If those two ledgers don't tell the same story, you are living in a state of financial friction. You are carrying a silent debt, a discrepancy between the person you claim to be and the person your habits are actually creating. This is a debt that no amount of overtime can pay off, because you cannot outrun a broken system with more speed. Welcome back to the office. I am the Bookkeeper. In this archive, we don't just summarize books, we audit them. We strip away the marketing fluff and the toxic positivity to find the raw, forensic data of success. Today, we are performing a deep-tissue deep dive into the two most powerful forces in the human experience, the law of attraction and the logic of accumulation. We are bridging the gap between the spiritual wealth of Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill and the cold, hard behavioral science of The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel. Most people are trapped on one side of the ledger, and that is why they fail. On one side, you have the dreamers. They manifest, they meditate, and they wait for the universe to drop a bag of cash at their door like a cosmic delivery service. But their ledger is empty because they have no mechanics. They are trying to build a skyscraper on a foundation of clouds. On the other side, you have the grinders. They work 14-hour days. They crunch numbers. They sacrifice their health. And they save every penny. But they stay stuck because their mindset is programmed for scarcity. They are working for money, but their internal bookkeeper is insolvent. They have the math, but they lack the vision. Today, we reconcile the accounts. Let's look at entry number 1, the asset of obsession. Napoleon Hill spent 20 years studying the wealthiest men on earth. His discovery was simple but terrifying. Wealth begins with a state of mind. But here is the part most people miss. Hill didn't say wish and grow rich. He said think. In the language of accounting, your thoughts are your initial capital. If you don't have a burning desire that is so hot, it borders on obsession, you haven't made a large enough deposit to earn interest. You are trying to withdraw success from an account you haven't funded yet. Your mind is the ultimate central bank. If you don't believe in the value of your own currency, why should the world? But a deposit is only half the story. This brings us to entry number 2, the cost of ego. Morgan Housel's The Psychology of Money is the audit that most manifestation gurus are afraid of. Housel proves that wealth is what you don't see. It is the cars not bought, the diamonds not purchased, the status symbols left in the showroom. This is the behavioral expense of the wealthy. If you manifest $10,000 into your life using Hill's methods, but you haven't mastered Housel's psychology of saving, that money will flow out of your accounts faster than it arrived. The universe doesn't give permanent wealth to people who don't know how to keep it. Spending money to show people how much money you have is the fastest way to have less money. It is a fraudulent entry in the book of your life. Let's look at entry number 3, the compound interest of the soul. In finance, we know that time is more powerful than timing. The same is true for your character. Every choice you make today is a seed planted for a harvest 5 years from now. If you choose discipline today, you are earning dividends tomorrow. If you choose distraction, you are accumulating a high-interest debt that will eventually foreclose on your dreams. Most people fail because they want the payout before they have finished the amortization period. They want the forest without the decade of growth. True wealth is not a windfall. It is the inevitable result of a balanced ledger maintained over a long enough horizon. Now, before we move into the final reconciliation, let's perform a quick registry check of this channel. If you find value in these entries, make sure to record your support. Liking this video is a deposit into the algorithm that helps this archive grow. Subscribing ensures you never miss a weekly audit. And if you have a book that needs a forensic review, leave its title in the comments. Consider it a formal request for the next ledger. Let's look at entry number 4, the hidden tax. Every time you entertain a thought of lack, every time you say, "Money is the root of evil," or "I'll never be that lucky," you are paying a mental tax. In the world of the bookkeeper, we call this a toxic asset. It compounds daily. If you carry this debt for years, no amount of manifestation will save you because your interest payments on your trauma and fear are consuming all your potential profits. You are effectively bankrupting your future self before the day even begins. You are paying a tax to a version of yourself that no longer exists. To fix this, you must adopt the bookkeeper's framework. First, use manifestation to set the ceiling of your ambition. See the house, feel the freedom, and smell the success. This is your projected revenue. It is the target on the wall. Second, use financial psychology to set the floor of your reality. Automate your savings, eliminate your ego spending, and respect the math. This is your operational cost. You need the vision to inspire the work, but you need the work to validate the vision. Without the ceiling, you have no room to grow. Without the floor, you have nowhere to stand. When your vision and your validation finally meet, that is when the wealth becomes permanent. That is when you stop chasing money and start attracting it. You become an asset that the world wants to invest in. You become someone whose word is gold and whose habits are steel. This is the point of critical mass, where your internal world is so organized that the external world has no choice but to reflect it. Here is your final entry for today. Most people spend their lives trying to make money. But the wealthy know that money is not made. It is managed and multiplied. If you cannot manage $100 with the grace of a billionaire, the universe will never trust you with the million. Your bank account is a mirror. It doesn't reflect your worth. It reflects your wisdom. It reflects every yes you said to a distraction and every no you said to your goals. The ledger of your life is currently open. You are the one holding the pen. Every thought is a credit. Every action is a debit. Every habit is a recurring transaction. Make sure that when the year ends, your soul is in the black and your pockets are heavy. Balance your mind, and the world will have no choice but to balance your bank account. The books are closed for today. Your records are updated. I'll see you at the next entry.